There's the tip, and we're back in action for the final and 5th game of the day of this slate of Arizona Club basketball. And we're off to a great start, aren't we? Carter Murphy picking up where he left off. He has now 3 points after that three-pointer. Welcome back, everybody. Or if you're tuning in just for the first time, Mitchell Vareldes here on the call with you. This matchup being the Alvin Gentry Elite Squad in gold and the very slim picking of AZ Wizards in the red. For those of you that were unaware from before, AZ Wizards has the 5 jerseys that you see on the court tonight and nobody else. Something that they were plagued by in the previous game. Now Alvin Gentry moving the ball around. Same spot, same shot, same make for Carter Murphy. He had 13 points in the last game, and now he's already off to a hot start with 6. Hayden Quinn, number 23 for the AZ Wizards, with a nice spin move, but no good. Picked up by Sean Wallstrom for his first rebound. Bender to Meekness Payne. Well, that shot's working for more than just Murphy. Payne gets his first 3. Payne had 10 in the last game. They faced off against Jamal Murray Elite, and it wasn't a happy story for them either. Now Kyler Mickelson now stops trying to find the opening. Tremaine Lee, guarded by Reese Taylor, tries to take it in himself. Kyler Mickelson outside, open 3. It's good. Now it's Wallstrom. Now over to Carter Murphy. Inside Reese Taylor. Back to Wallstrom for 3. No good off the front of the rim, picked up by Mickelson. And Mickelson finds the scoring leader of this team, Hayden Quinn. He had 30 points in a matchup last week. Drives in, and he'll get the foul, and that's going to go against Carter Murphy. That'll be Carter Murphy's first, and that'll send Hayden Quinn to the line, excuse me. And he misses on the first one. Hayden Quinn out of Hamilton High School, like many on this team, is in his junior year as he makes the second. And now it's Jaden Cons, excuse me. Cons over to Payne, back to Cons. Murphy for 3. He's making that shot work beautifully. Give him 9 points now already. 3 for 3 from range. As Mickelson finds Quinn. Quinn driving in, the one hand, off the glass and in. Jaden Cons finds Reese Taylor. Taylor going up, 2 hands, and it's in. Tremaine Lee getting in his agility. Guarded heavily by Reese Taylor. Spin move, puts it up and in for him. And there's going to be a foul on the floor. That's going to go against Kyler Mickelson, his first. And Murphy is now perfect for shooting today. He's already at 11 points in just the first half, let alone just the first 4 minutes. 12 minutes and 15 seconds remain. Outside, Mickelson. No good on the 3, picked up by Payne. And now taken. Jaden Cons from outside, it's no good. Picked up by Mickelson going the other way. Now Austin Evans, who had led the offense in the last game. Quick to miss on that 3 off the front of the rim, picked up by Wallstrom. Now passed off to Cons. Wallstrom to Taylor. Cons driving in. Underhand, no good. Picked up by Wallstrom. So now Hayden Quinn and Mickelson tag teaming this one. Mickelson drives in, takes a step, but they call it no basket for traveling. It's frustration. So now Jaden Cons to Wallstrom. Murphy. And the perfection ends from that missed three. Now it's Tremaine Lee, who scored 12 points in the last game. All but one of the AZ Wizards scored in double digits in the last game as Quinn gets the three. It's been a good season so far in the league for Quinn. As I mentioned, the 30-point spot just a couple of weeks ago. And in the last game, he scored 14. He's now already at 6 in this one. Jukes him off. Misses on that. Picked up by Cons. Quick pass to Taylor. Outside. Payne. No good. Picked up by Lee. Tremaine Lee trying to help this offense get moving. They're down by 7. Mickelson for 3. No good. Picked up by Payne. Payne wants to take it himself. Going coast to coast. He's driving in. Floater. It's good. Just under 10 minutes now. 9:51 to be exact. Mickelson to Lee. From range. Sinks it. Gorgeous shot by Tremaine Lee. Going inside, outside. Murphy, no good on the 3. Tried to be recovered by Malmstrom, but it's picked up by Taylor after the bobble, and he'll get 2 of his own. Reese Taylor had 18 points in the last game against Jamal Murray Elite. Quinn driving in, outside. No good off the square, picked up by Wallstrom. Now Cons moving the offense. Trying to find Payne, but it's picked up by Taylor off the bobble. Cons for 3. It's good. Jaden Cons with his first points of the game. Scored 2 in the last one, so now he's at 5 in total for the day. Long shot missed. Picked up by Wallstrom, now taken by Cons. Going in is Carter Murphy to Taylor. Taylor with the 2-pointer. Now timeout is called by the Wizards. And this will probably be rest break number 1 with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And it's incredibly hard as a team to only work with the 5 that are presented before you, especially when the roster has as many as 13 players at one time. So some new players checking in for Alvin Gentry Elite. It's going to be number 15, Jake Murphy. Number 2, Grant Ward. And number 1, Junior Garbra. Junior Garbra, number 1. And for the Wizards, you're going to see this same lineup for the entirety of this game. A lot of talking. Quinn trying to move the offense. Guarded by Garbra. Almost loses the ball. Picks it up again, still has possession, goes in with a floater. It's no good, picked up by Ward. Ward now trying to go coast to coast. Stops at about halfway. Now lets Garbrough run the offense. Back to Ward. Over to Murphy. Back to Garbrough. Wallstrom from range, but cuts through. Back to Murphy. And a travel called on Murphy. It'll go to the Wizards. That is Jake Murphy, as Carter Murphy's currently taking a break on the bench. 7 minutes, 52 seconds to go. It's 29-16. Alvin Gentry Elite with the lead. Wizards looking to cut a little more into the deficit. Some good ball movement by Tremaine Lee, and he'll get 2. Garbrough over to Wallstrom, to Jake Murphy. Garbrough. They're trying to find the gap here. Keep passing it back and forth around the three-point line. Underneath is Ward, now back to Taylor. Good move by Reese Taylor for 2. That's Quinn. Didn't get what he wanted. Pass it off to Courtney. Over back to Quinn. Quinn for 3, and it's good. So Alvin Gentry Elite coming off of a 20-point loss to Jamal Murray Elite. Could easily take home a W here. And that shot's no good by Ward, but it was last touched by the Wizards, and it'll stay put. Some confusion as to who was going to inbound the ball there. Ward's trying to find somebody. It's Murphy outside for 3. No good. Picked up by Reese Taylor underneath. Goes up again for 2, and it's good. Reese Taylor now in double digits. That's his 10th point of the afternoon. Tremaine Lee again getting in that good dribble work. Fortunately this time no prevail. It goes off of his shoe. Turnover. Jake Murphy passing it back to Garbrough, and it's Reese Taylor outside. Overhand throw underneath to Wallstrom. It's picked off. Ends up in the hands of Hayden Quinn. Quinn to Evans, a long 3, and it's good! My goodness, Austin Evans picking up where he left off. He had 27 points in the last game. This is his first score now with just over 5.5 minutes to go in the first. Grant Ward driving in, no good, but fouled on the way up by Hayden Quinn. Grant Ward, the junior out of Buena High School, standing at around 6'5" in the guard position. Makes that one. Got a couple quick subs. Sean Wallstrom checks out for the first time for Carter Murphy. Carter Murphy and Jake Murphy are brothers separated by a year. Both out of Arcadia High School, both standing at 6'3". Austin Evans working down Jake Murphy. Hayden Quinn. Good spin move there. Back to Mickelson. Mickelson to Quinn, guarded by Murphy. Quinn trying to deke out, and it doesn't work. He travels. So Meekness Payne will check back in, and this will be the first break for Reese Taylor. Now Murphy trying to find the opening, passed it off to Ward. To Carter Murphy. Testing. Gets it! 4 for 5 on the day from range. Already at 16 points for him. Outside 3 for Quinn, and it's good. Call and response here. Now it's Ward finding Payne underneath. Jake Murphy for 2. Jake Murphy's first 2. Didn't score in the last game. So these are his first points of the day, guarding Austin Evans heavily now. Opposite side, Tremaine Lee, guarded by Payne. Lee driving in, draws contact. He'll go to the line for 2. Tremaine Lee scored 12 points in the previous game. One of the non-rostered players on this team, but has filled in greatly as he misses the second, picked up by Payne. So now Jaden Kahn's running the offense again, and a quick 3 from him, and it's good! Jaden Kahn's now 2 for 2 from range. Now it's 6 points. AZ Wizards moving the ball around efficiently here. Trying to find the open man. Long 3 from Evans, no good. Picked up underneath by Carter Murphy. Now moving right to left. Passes it off to Cons. Underneath to Payne. Payne waits. No good. Picks up his own miss. Fouled going up. So now that'll send Meekness Payne to the line. Meekness Payne, the 6'8" senior out of AZ Compass Prep, with the make. Three minutes and 10 seconds to go in this half. 43-28. Alvin Gentry with the lead. Setting up a play for sure with Hayden Quinn running the offense. Spin moves, turns around, finds Mickelson outside. Good for 3. Kyler Mickelson now with 6 points on the afternoon. Getting back on defense now. Garbra, guarded by Quinn. Payne outside, looks. No good, picked up by Tremaine Lee. He'll pass it off to Quinn, and Quinn will run the offense again. And Quinn is fouled on the pass by Carter Murphy, and that'll be his second. And a quick sub break. Reese Taylor will check back in for Junior Garbra. That is number 5, Reese Taylor, on the gold jerseys. Long 3 from Quinn, no good. Murphy the first to touch it, but it's picked up by Jaden Cons. Cons to Taylor, to Ward. Calling the play from the bench, it's Murphy. Taylor, outside, driving in, the lane. No good. Picked up by Tremaine Lee. Tremaine Lee now going left to right. Moving the ball around good, but he loses possession, and it'll go back to Alvin Gentry. Cons. running the offense to head coach's liking. 1 minute, 49 seconds to go. 44-31, Alvin Gentry leads. Cons going in. Nobody's there, and he gets 2. Jaden Cons now at 8 points. Courtney Henson to Evans. Now Quinn looking for the opening. Back to Henson, but it's stolen out of the air. Driving in, nobody around him. Grant Ward with 2. So now Quinn moving left to right. Guarded by Murphy. If there's ever a matchup to watch, it's these two, but they're hot scoring from 3 range, and Meekness Payne with the absolute rejection. Still retains Wizards ball. 57.6 seconds left, as you can see in the top right corner of your screen. Courtney Henson to Quinn. Quinn driving in, no good, but fouled on the way up. It'll be Murphy. So now Carter Murphy at 3 fouls. And Hayden Quinn will go to the line again. And no good on the first. And no good on the second either. And the clock will continue to run here. 54 seconds to go. Alvin Gentry with the ball. Cons to Murphy. To Ward. Ward looking for help. He gets it from Taylor. Over to Murphy. Guarded by Lee. To Payne, and a reach-in call against Mickelson. So Alvin Gentry Elite will inbound it from under their basket with 40 seconds, and Murphy's wide open, but no good off the front of the rim. Now we have to take a moment for a clock restart, it sounds like. So now it'll be 35 seconds to go in the half. 48-31, Alvin Gentry with the lead. Quinn moving around to Austin Evans. Almost got it stolen away. Quinn takes advantage to Mickelson, loses possession, picked up by Reese Taylor. Now nobody's on him. What is he gonna do? Two-hand. They're gonna call it in even though it went back out, and had a heartbreaking moment there for a second. But give him credit for the 2. Quinn, 2 seconds with the 3. No good, and that'll do it for the half. 50-31, Alvin Gentry Elite with the lead. We'll be back in 3 short minutes. And we're off in the second half here. Mitch Varellis on the call for you. This AZ Club basketball game, and we're off to a quick start for Tremaine Lee with his 2. So Alvin Gentry started off the game with domination from the man holding the ball right there, Carter Murphy. So quick 3s being shot. He made 3 of 4 in the first few minutes. And now Sean Wallstrom with the and 1.
Kyler, you gonna play? Just don't sit and watch.
And the foul's gonna go against Tremaine Lee. We have a new face in the game for the Wizards. The first in 2 games, number 9. And that's Lincoln Coyejo out of Hamilton High School. But right now it's a 20-point deficit that the Wizards are facing. Just started. So Austin Evans is currently on the bench. Quinn driving in, spin move, up. No good, and they're calling a travel. So Wallstrom will inbound it to Cons. The clock will keep rolling. It's almost 15 minutes to go. Long 3 from Murphy. Picking up where he left off. Carter Murphy's now at 19 points, surpassing his 13 from the previous game against Jamal Murray Elite. Hayden Quinn from Mickelson. Mickelson gives it to Henson. Henson to Lee. Lee for 3. It's good. Tremaine Lee surpasses his previous game total now at 14. His previous total was 12. Murphy. And they're able to keep the ball here. Good defense showing by the Wizards. 56-36, 20-point deficit. And another quick foul by Tremaine Lee, and Sean Wallstrom throwing down the ball with frustration, even though it won't count. Wallstrom guarded by Mickelson. Drives in, hands up. And that is the 3rd foul of 2 minutes on Tremaine Lee. So now at the line is Sean Wallstrom after getting fouled twice, this time to the line. No good on the first. They still hold a 20-point lead with 14 minutes and 19 seconds. And that one's good. That'll be Wallstrom's 5th point. He fouled out in the previous game after scoring only 7. He fouled out within the first few minutes of the second half. Quinn driving in, underhand layup, it's good. Now Jaden Cons over to Taylor. Meekness Payne getting around Lee, driving in, gets the bucket. Now Hayden Quinn running the offense. Trying to get help, gets it from Mickelson, passes it back to him. Just a quick 2, but it's blocked by Wallstrom. Passes it off to Meekness Payne. It's 2-on-1. Payne's going all by himself, coast to coast. Meekness Payne now at 10 points. Now driving in Tremaine Lee, a little floater, no good, picked up by Mickelson. He'll get it off the glass for 2. Here comes Cons for Alvin Gentry. They currently lead by 21 points. It's 61-40 with just 13 minutes to go in the half. And a hard pass over on the opposite side to Cons, and he'll do a little turnaround. Beautiful shot there by Jaden Cons, now at 10. Quinn to Lee for 3. That one's no good off the front of the rim, picked up by Carter Murphy. Now he's driving. Passes it inside to Taylor, and it's stolen away by Hayden Quinn. Hesitates, drives in all by himself, and it's good for 2. Murphy, long 3. Would you expect anything else? He's now at 22 points. Quinn over to Lee. Over to Mickelson from range. They're calling no shot and a travel on Kyler Mickelson. So Alvin Gentry Elite will inbound it from the sideline. 12 minutes, 9 seconds to go. They lead by 24. So 2 more points and we'll get a running clock. How about 3, says Carter Murphy. He's now at 25, and we have a running clock with a 26-point lead. Excuse me, 27. Tremaine Lee driving in, gets the bucket. Still a huge deficit, but the clock will not stop at 11:33 left to go. Cons gets fouled by Mickelson. Inbounding is Payne. Payne gets it to Cons. Cons underneath to Wallstrom. Backing him down. Gets the bucket. Some frustration on the AZ Wizards bench from their head coach, assuming that the ball was travel and that the basket should not have gone for Wallstrom. Long 3 for Lee, and he gets that basket. Tremaine Lee at 19 points now. Reese Taylor underneath, kicks it back out to Murphy. Wallstrom trying to get help from Taylor. Over to Cons, almost a wild pass. In between the legs of Henson, but Henson will take it from him. That's Courtney Henson. Now Hayden Quinn. Over to Koyeju, who spins, turns, shoots, no good. Picked up by Wallstrom with the big arms. Or the long arms. Murphy driving in, a floater, in and out. Picked up by Payne, off the glass and in. As mentioned, Meekness Payne had 10 points in the previous game against Jamal Murray Elite. He's now at 12. Now going in is Lee. But he's fouled by Payne, and that's Payne's second. So Tremaine Lee at the line for the first time. In and out on the first, no good. Quick sub swap. Carter Murphy, Jaden Cons, and Meekness Payne all out. Grant Ward, Jake Murphy, and Junior Garbra are in, excuse me. But right now, Tremaine Lee. No good on that one. 73-47. Commanding lead by Alvin Gentry Elite with 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go. It's Wallstrom. Now Taylor figuring out what he wants to do. Finds Junior Garbra. Now Wallstrom guarded by Koyeju. Taylor finds a gap, tries to get in, but he's fouled. That's going to be against Mickelson, and he's frustrated. Mickelson's now at 4. Him and Tremaine Lee in foul trouble with only one member on the bench. So Garbra to Wallstrom. Finds Jake Murphy. Taylor working the outside, trying to get in. Koyeju defending the much taller than him Wallstrom. Wallstrom back out to Ward. No good on the 3. Last touch by Murphy. It'll go to the Wizards. 8 minutes, 51 seconds to go. Nearly a 30-point lead in this one. This is just dismal if you're a Wizards fan. 8 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Henson to Koyejo. Mickelson for 3, no good. It's picked up by Taylor. And Taylor's going to work it from left to right. Over to Garbra. Murphy in the corner. Back to Garbra, to Taylor, to Ward. Inside to Wallstrom. Last touch by Wallstrom, and it'll go to the Wizards. So the Wizards now with possession right to left as the clock continues to run as it should. Mickelson, guarded by Wallstrom, over to Lee. Guarded by Ward. And Lee just splits everybody, but he doesn't get the shot, but he gets fouled. Gets fouled by Grant Ward, that's his first. Lee will head back to the line. See what Tremaine Lee can do from here. No good on the first one, and he's clearly frustrated. These are free points for him and his team. Meekness Payne is in, and Reese Taylor is out. And again, unlucky on the free throw shot, but it was last touch by Alvin Gentry, and it'll go to the Wizards. So a bit of life here with 8 minutes and 5 seconds. Now passing it in will be Mickelson. He's trying to find the open man. Not finding anything, running out of time, and it's a 5-second violation. So as soon as the Wizards got the ball back, it goes right back to Alvin Gentry. So it'll be Garbra running the offense. To Murphy, to Wallstrom. Got 2 of their big men on the floor with Wallstrom and Payne for Alvin Gentry. Driving in is Ward. No good, but he gets the foul. That'll go against Mickelson, now at 5. One more, and that's it for him. And the first one's good for Ward. Grant Ward scored 11 points in the previous game against Jamal Murray Elite. And he's currently at 5 after that make. Quick ball movement. Henson to Quinn. Trying to shake off Payne. To Koyejo. Guarded by Murphy. Starts to dribble, moves it around, gets it to Courtney Henson. Quinn, outside, 3. No good. Off the rim, picked up by Wallstrom, passes it over to Garbra. Driving in and tussled with. And the foul is going to go against Courtney Henson. That's his first. And a relief that it wasn't Mickelson if you're the head coach of the AZ Wizards. Underneath, Wallstrom Contested by Mickelson, no good on the first. And Wallstrom showing extreme frustration. So Tremaine Lee now with his 5th foul, so 2 big men in trouble. And Wallstrom at the line with the 1-on-1. Clean on the first one. Sean Wallstrom, the junior out of Estrella Foothills, standing at about 6'8". Certainly an imposing figure. And he makes the second one. So the clock continues to run. It's now a 30-point lead for Alvin Gentry Elite, under 5.5 minutes of play. Mickelson, uncontested, and an arm thrown in there by Wallstrom, and he knew it. That's Wallstrom's first foul, and that'll send Mickelson to the line. And as you can see at the top left corner of your screen, the clock is continuing to run. As it is a rule, as once it reaches a 25-point separation, the clock will continue to run. So Wallstrom is out and Reese Taylor is in. And Mickelson makes the second one. That's now 9 points on the day for him. He had 10 in the last game against Factory, the 17U Factory squad. Now Taylor's passing to Garbra. Over to Payne, to Murphy. Trying to get it back to Payne. Inside, spins, shoots, no good. Picked up by Quinn. Quinn all by himself, not a lot of help. Again on the baseline, and he's called out of bounds. Turnover. So it'll be checked in on the sideline by Payne to Garbra. Now 4 minutes to go. Payne over to Garbra, guarded by Henson. Finds Murphy from the top, and he misses it. So it'll turn over to the Wizards. So Quinn checks it into Henson and checks it back to Quinn. Quinn, normally the offensive leader of this team, has 16 points in this game. He had 14 points in the previous game, but the point leader is that man right there who continues to add, Tremaine Lee, with his 21st points. And now Junior Garbra joins the crowd with his first 2. So now Quinn, outside 3. No good, picked up by Murphy. Murphy going coast. Drives in, over to Ward, back to Garbra. Over to Payne, he's from range. He's got the height advantage to Murphy. Taylor, over to Ward. Ward finds a gap. And a good defensive play by Tremaine Lee, and the rebound goes to Coello. And Quinn loses possession, and it's picked up by Payne. Payne over to Ward, Lee. And that's going to be it for Lee. As by my calculations, that is now 6 for Tremaine Lee, and that would mean that is it for him. Now some confusion by the referees here. The clock has stopped because of the confusion. But Tremaine Lee, the leading scorer for the Wizards in this game, his night is done. Scoring 21 points. Grant Ward makes the first, and now, since there is no confusion, the clock continues to run, and the subs check in for Alvin Gentry Elite. Jake Murphy, Sean Wolstrom, and Junior Garbra are on the bench. And for the Wizards, I'm sure they just can't wait to go home at this point. They're down by 30, 80-50 with a minute and a half to go. Quinn drives in. They're going to call a foul on Murphy. Free throws coming up for Quinn. That's Carter Murphy's 4th foul. And Quinn misses on the 1-and-1. So now we're under the minute mark. Cons underneath to Taylor. Puts it up, and it's in. Reese Taylor now with 14 points. And you can only see 4 jerseys, but eventually you'll see a limping Austin Evans, who the only reason he's in this game is because of a foul out of Tremaine Lee. But at this point, it's become irrelevant as we get the official call here that this game is over. So 83-52, Alvin Gentry Elite takes this one after taking a dismal loss to Jamal Murray Elite just a few games ago. And the Wizards, who are hobbling on a thin roster, take 2 losses on the day. Well, we want to thank you so much for tuning into every live stream that we provided for you today. Thanks to Real Recruits for providing us all the necessary equipment and technology that we needed to get the live streams active. And another shout out to our sponsors, Ideal Physical Therapy, of course, Real Recruits, as aforementioned, Muscle Milk, and Top Golf. Thank you all for your continued support of Arizona Club basketball. And for everybody here with the Real Recruits stream team, I'm Mitch Vareldis, and all of you have a fantastic evening.